Hi guys, I was in search of a new paper project, big scale model from cardboard and paper. After finishing work on big Chiri in 1:25 scale, I decided to move further with big tanks, weird tanks, and I found this one. And I failed with it. Or not. I'm not sure actually. And I need your opinion what to do with this kit. But first, more context about this model. So Tiger Porsche from VAC. Key benefits of this kit is a wide upgrades list available for this model. I usually prefer paper models which is not too much overcomplicated, so you can assemble them in several months. Also good prints with good textures and weathering effects on it. Such a kits are very good solution. Because usually you want just to assemble model and from the journal and avoid additional painting, because if you want painting it's better to take plastic model and paint it. And this kit has weathering. So first of all, laser cutted track links, which also good for Ferdinand, with not so bad relief on them. And such a links is a must-have for most of the 1:25 paper tanks, if you decided to assemble one. Next solution we have here for the edged parts, meshes for this Tiger, and that's great. Unfortunately, only small amounts of cardboard tanks have edged upgrades from metal. And one more important set here is a huge pack of laser-cutted frames for everything in this kit. You don't need to use all that upgrades, because journal includes all needed templates and details to assemble that model, but such upgrades make your life more easier and assembling works much faster and precise. So we have here wheels part, suspension, turret and chassis parts from 0.5 mm cardboard, I guess. You don't want to cut off all that wheels with a knife by your hands. Additional wheels, suspension and other mystery parts from thin cardboard, maybe 0.2 mm. Next frames expected to be 1 mm thickness. This is construction basis for turret, so when we assemble these plates together in one piece, our next step would be gluing of colorized outer details, covering of the turret, and I think turret assembling might be an entry point for this project. And 4, that's a lot, 4 frames for hull and chassis, 1 mm thickness as well, so we have here all inner and outer panels for the hull. Such a frames for cardboard provide a lot of strength to this kit, and in the same moment it wouldn't be heavy, but I think the weight of 1:25 paper tanks and 1:35 plastic is similar. And even more rollers, and the final plate, upper section, we can find here instruments and so on. So all this stuff makes our life much easier. And now let's go to the kit itself and find out what wrong is it. We have here some information, well, Google Translate helps us here, and you can find here schemes, how that frames could be assembled together in turret or hull, while all other instructions is also there. Instructions for paper models often not so detailed as for plastic kits, so you have to turn on your imagination a little, and all that frames also here, but printed on a ordinary thin paper, so you have to glue that paper on your cardboard, then cut off details and a lot of additional work, so it's always better to work with the laser cutted details ready to use, if they are available. More guidance on other side of this journal. We have here such a box from Panzer IV, I guess, which was used on earlier Tigers. Templates for metallic parts, chassis parts assembling section, and general blueprint for this kit. Yep, a lot of instructions, and let's move to colorized parts. Here they are, bottom plate and turret details, and what do you think about these details? And yes, they are too much dark. Why are they so dark? And we have here a lot of light on my table, a lot of lamps. Well, that makes sense, because early German tanks were grey, painted in dark grey colors, and it kinda could be historically accurate, but we work with the scale models, which is small compared to its prototypes. And in models it's better to use or print them lighter tones to demonstrate or forms and details of the kit. So I was a little bit disappointed with colors in this journal, but that's only my opinion, and maybe it would be okay in the final view. So we have here several options what to do with this kit. And option number 1, build it and paint it in the end, repaint with airbrush. Such a move take even more time, work on these models, so also some details would be hidden under the layer of paint, like fenders, and that's a problem. It is possible replace the details with some relieved parts. By the way, this assembled model is painted, and it looks great after all. It's lighter than original version of this kit. I don't know, that's not an easy solution. And option number 2, make scanned copies of this journal, then make some edit in picture editor, maybe Photoshop, I don't know, and print the details again on the cardboard of required thickness. And the main problem there is the scaling. Even a half millimeter difference in details is a big problem. Also, I am not sure that it would be possible to adjust the tones as it needed, and in general quality of highlighting and further printing, so I'm not sure whether it's worth it. And I think it would be not so good as a fabric quality. And solution number 3, and the easiest one in the same moment, assemble this kit as it is. Well, maybe that dark gray in the end would be not so dark, and it would be okay, and in that case we leave the original spirit and idea of this kit, and it makes sense in the paper models, because if you want to repaint them, it's simpler to take plastic kits in that case. And what the best solution on your opinion? What would you do with such a kit and such a problem? Also, you can recommend me some other good kits with interesting textures, not so complicated, like Halinsky kits, and available for purchase. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. I think we will finish several existing projects and then maybe dive deep with this Tiger Porsche. And in general, it looks great. But such an issue with colors. So, have a nice day, see you next time, and bye.